For years, just outside of Damascus, Syria, Sednaya Prison was one of the Assad regime's darkest secrets. A place so brutal it became known as the Human Slaughterhouse. Hidden from the world, it was a site of torture, mass executions, and forced disappearances. Thousands were sent here, but few ever made it out alive. But that all changed on December 8th, 2024, when Assad's fall from power finally exposed the horrors hidden behind these walls to the world. Today, I'm going inside Sednaya to see what remains of Syria's most notorious prison.
So, guys, we are entering right now the grounds of the infamous Sednaya Prison. This is arguably the most terrible, most infamous prison of the Assad regime. It's currently, like almost everywhere in Syria, under the control of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, the group that overthrew Assad. And they very kindly let us in to take a look. We're gonna try our best to get inside and show you guys as much as we can of what went on here. And Mohammed, so this was the main prison, yeah?
This is the main prison. So as we are entering the prison, we'll see the huge building. Mostly the prison has 3 big sections, so 3 floors. Also, you can see it from here, 3 floors, and we have 1 floor under the ground that has many private cells.
And that was kind of for the deepest, darkest
one. Yeah, when HTS entered and they released let's say the prisoners, they heard that there are some voices downstairs, like under the ground, but they couldn't reach them. So they tried to contact with people who can help them. And I guess the main one was the white helmet. So they came here, they started to dig in the ground to see they want to go inside and to release these prisoners.
Yeah, you saw a video on the news of people like trying to break through all these crazy locks and doors, and I get the sense that downstairs level is where they kind of put their forever prisoners.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The guys who were never coming out.
Yeah, to put them there and just to keep them for a long period of time. So now we are going to enter the main entrance of the prison. You will see many posters about missing people. So their families came to this prison. They know that their members of the family, they are now in prison inside, but they are not sure if they are passed away, so we don't know. So they put these posters, so anyone saw them, they will tell them, and they added a phone number so that they can call them. You can see also here how the white helmet started to dig to see there is a way to go and reach the downstairs prison.
Yeah, you can see they're cutting through all this rebar and everything. So it's pretty heavily reinforced. Is this Hafiz?
Yeah.
The father of Bashar al-Assad. Put that back where it belongs. Almost all the prisoners here were just political prisoners. I mean, they're just enemies of the regime.
Yeah.
They're not really criminals.
Exactly. So that's why this prison was important when the HTS came, because the prisoners here, they weren't criminals. So because of their point of view or their political point, they were in prison here. We came here like a couple of days ago. There was horrible smell inside. So I guess from maybe rats were dead.
A little over a month ago, this was not all destroyed like this. This was normal functioning prison.
Yeah, of course. The thing we are seeing now, all the stones, because they try to go deeper to see the prisoners out.
Yeah, you can see the different places they tried. There's a hole. There's a hole. Wow. Oh my gosh.
So they tried to dig in any place over here to see if there is a way, so they can go deeper to see the prisoners. I guess the deepest one is going to be that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but they still didn't get through, not through here. So eventually they found a way down to the...
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
So you've got all of these skinny cages around the edges of this room. So you think maybe this was the room they entered first?
They entered first, they put them here inside, like in a queue, and maybe they put them in the cell that they wanted to.
So they're digging there also?
They try to like find a place they can go under the ground. So.
And check this out. All this ribbon here is Turkish. Arama Kurtarma, search and rescue, from AFAD. It's no secret that Turkey more or less gave the green light to kind of move on overthrowing the regime. And so I guess that's a big question now, is how closely is Turkey really working with everything, and how involved is Turkey in everything that's going on here in Syria? But you can see little signs of turkey, like that. Here's the walls of the prison. Barbed wire.
So now we are in the main or the first floor of the prison. You will see many cells all around. So these cells are not only private, so they put as many people as they can inside.
And I'm sure the conditions here were terrible. No?
Yeah, of course.
Take a look at this. There's a bed in here. Wow. Just metal bed frames. Windows of the cell. It's like personal items and things.
Yeah. Yeah, standing cell, yeah.
Wow. Oh my god. So there's this giant concourse in the middle, several floors tall. So you think maybe this is the way the guards came down or something, and they would enter the block?
They want to go and reach the other floors, they can go higher, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Are they letting the public in here now? Like if just, you know, some
No.
random Syrian people showed up?
Now, no.
No.
They don't let anyone into. Of course, journalists, if they have permission from the Ministry of Information, they can enter this place.
Okay.
Now they are doing something. The new Syrian government is going to turn this prison into a museum.
Really?
Yeah. So it will be open for everyone to come here and to see what happened during the time of Assad regime.
So it'll be just generally a museum about
museum,
kind of the
yeah.
crimes of
Yeah.
Assad. All right, and we're on the upper level now. There's just this little ledge and then a straight drop down to the bottom. Wow. All right, so we're back down on the bottom floor. Oh my gosh. And here's a cell block. So some more cells. So, I mean, the ones over there were just bars on the side, but these are
Yeah. These
deeper,
are for
darker.
Many, for many people, not just only like 2 or 3. You can go inside and see how big is this cell.
Wow. And it's no windows. Even the outer wall is
Yeah,
almost
no
entirely covered. It's just a little section there.
Yeah, for this kind of prison, you can see this bathroom inside.
Here's a small bathroom. Wow. It's like everything is almost untouched. You still got the plastic bins here. You can see some rags and things for showering, some towels, and then just a very, very, very basic shower room with just a spigot down there. I don't even see anything up at the top. Here's the toilet, clogged. Not nice at all. Brutal. There's a little sink. You can see it's totally falling off the wall, literally held up by some threads hanging from this plastic pipe. Just terrible, terrible conditions. Oh my god. And there's the towels of the prisoners still hanging there. There's bars of soap stuck to the wall. The paint peeling off the ceiling. That's crazy.
So yeah, imagine like they live here for many years and now the bathroom is going to be next to them and without any door to just to keep the smell
Yeah.
or to do so.
Oh, must have been awful.
Awful, the smell, and if the bathroom is not that clean, it will bring some disease.
It's like hell on earth.
They used to bring food for them using this. They put the food inside.
Oh my gosh. So they would just give them a bucket?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
just
food.
give them the bucket. This is the food, like maybe 3, 4, 5 of these. From we are talking about maybe 50 prisoners here.
There's literally still food inside. Rotting food. You can see something there, and this bread or something totally covered in mold now. Some sugar, pile of onions. Were there beds in here, you think, or they're just on the floor?
I don't think so. No, just use the towels or these things
Yeah.
to cover,
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
That's crazy. You can see pants, shirts, blankets. So we just came out of there. You can see that was just one of them. And look how many there are down this hall.
And this is only part of one section. So we have maybe hundreds of sections.
Right, this is one section
This
on
is
one
only
floor.
One floor, one section, one floor. Yeah.
And there's like 4 or 5 floors total, not to mention even the,
Yeah.
the basement one, which is
Yeah.
apparently even worse.
Yeah. Basement is different from these cells.
Do they know how many people they freed out of here total?
Because they opened the cells to everyone, so they came outside. But we are talking about thousands of people used to be in prison here.
Even just the door here, just this tiny little latch that you could open. And in here, same thing. This one has even more stuff inside it. Oh my gosh, you can only imagine how many people were staying in here. So many clothes. This is just crazy. It looks like the people really just dropped everything and ran out of here.
They just wanted to go outside. Like they couldn't imagine like this is happening now.
I read and saw on the news that people they had no idea what year it was. Some people, they didn't know how long they'd been in here.
They don't know anything. They don't know what year, they don't know what is happening outside. Because, when the HTS entered, there was no fighting, so they didn't hear anything from outside attacking with the previous Syrian regime army. So they heard some people entering this place, opening the cells, and you are free to go.
Jeez. Oh my god, it gives me chills. Can't imagine. My gosh. And in this prison, was it just men? Were there women, children?
Of course, there's some sections for women. I saw a video. They found like a little child or small kid. He's like 5, 6. How? Because of the guards in the prisons.
Really?
So she got pregnant here in this prison and had this kid. And imagine, this kid didn't know anything. What is outside? What is sun? And what is tree? And just like spending his 5 years or 6 years in this prison. So they give them time. Some people, it depends on the section of the prison, they give them time to have a shower. Maybe you got 2-3 minutes.
And shower is a pretty generous term, because here you've got just 2 giant pipes connecting all of these shower stalls here, and they just open up out of a pipe and into these little stalls, side by side. All right, we're going down now. We're still above ground. This thick layer of blankets and clothes here. Storage maybe, who knows? A lot of blankets in here too. So guys, this must have been a guard room. You can see, the uniforms and the camo gear. Maybe this was storage for guards' uniforms or something like that. Here in this room.
So it's a guard room, I guess. Yeah. The guard room has like some cells, but these cells are temporary, not always. So they stay here. After that, they take them to the right place, or the thing that what they did, it depends maybe on the first floor or the ground floor.
Right. So these are kind of temporary holding cells. You can see a toilet here. That's it. And then just a very bare cell. Totally in the dark. You can see, I don't know if those were opening to anything, but everything has been blacked out. It's just total darkness in here if we take away the flashlights. Look at that. And you got this kind of driveway that goes right through here. And then straight to the holding cells. Who knows for sure, but maybe that's how they did it. There's a hole in the wall here into this, what feels like a factory assembly line. And this was, you said, like a bakery.
Like a bakery, yeah.
So part of
bread for prisoners, yeah.
Yeah, bread for the prisoners. Oh my gosh. So you've got a whole conveyor belt here and different machinery. Is that flour? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is flour. I just smelled it when we stepped in it. That's how fresh everything is here. I mean, freshly uncovered. Nothing else about it is fresh, the conditions. But this place was, making bread a little over a month ago for maybe thousands of prisoners. You can see here, even on the conveyor belt. Flour. Wow. Unbelievable. I remember seeing this on CNN, this stairwell breaking through down here. Now we're going down to the deepest level of the prison, the darkest place, the place reserved for the least desirable prisoners, the people who probably were never meant to get out of here.
While they found a small prison in the basement. So they're totally private prisons for one person or maybe 2.
Oh my gosh. Tiny, tiny cell. Look at that, just from wall to wall. That's it. I would say like less than 2 meters by 2 meters.
Yeah, less than 2 meters, yeah.
Oh my goodness. And here, same thing, just filthy toilet. What even is that stuff? Oh my god, it looks like black cobwebs. I think it's spider webs covered in smoke or something. I've never seen anything like that before. That is so creepy. This is like so disturbing, so awful. Oh my god.
How did they used to breathe? There's no way for the air to enter.
I don't know how anyone could live like this.
From these holes, the air will go inside. Oh my god.
Just the little holes. My goodness. I just can't believe anyone could survive this.
No.
They did, I guess, somehow. So that's a miracle. My god. And you can see just cells along every wall down here, and there's several different corridors over there. Same situation in all of them. Alright, climbing back out. As a foreigner, like someone who's never been to Syria, we always knew that Assad was, you know, a bad, evil dictator. But seeing like the specific things in person is
details of things like that.
Just puts it in a whole different perspective. It's another level. You can't really imagine just how bad it was. All right, we come back outside, and you can find bullet casings around on the ground all over the place, like AK-47.
When they came here, they started to shoot, celebrate about the fall of the regime.
The landscape surrounding it is totally beautiful, and it's a beautiful day today, so it just makes it even more jarring, the horror inside there, contrasted with the beautiful surroundings. All right, we're headed out of here. Shukran jazilan. Thank you. Ma'asalam. So here are the guys who are guarding the prison. Shukran. Never forget, and we're not going to forgive. So there you have it. The gates close again. You kind of get the sense that the guards there are kind of uncertain about, you know, what to say, what not to say, what to allow, what not to allow, because everything is still being worked out here. So they were very nice and let me take a picture with them and film them there at the end, but we're just, you know, being cautious and asking for permission with every kind of step we take, everything we try to do here. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you could enjoy it, at least I hope you found it interesting and enlightening. We are continuing our journey, and I have more coming from Syria very soon. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.